everybody, I am Venus. Welcome to my channel. Today in this class we're going to be doing some flexibility and some power yoga. This is an intermediate level, so you want to make sure if you're doing this one with me today that you know the breathing throughout your postures and know how to be in your postures correctly for this class. We're going to go ahead and start in wide-legged child's pose. So bring your legs around if you haven't already. Big toes together. Go ahead and come on down on your hands. Bring your hands out ahead of you a little bit and then lift one arm up overhead and breathe. And then bring your arm on down and thread it through. Bring your hand up, the opposite hand up, and your head and your ears come to the mat. As far down as you can go, breathing. Inhale and exhale. And we'll switch and do that on the opposite side. Other hand comes out in front of you. Bring the arm up. A beautiful sunshine today. And bring the hand through. And the head comes down your ear to mat as far as you can. And then bring your hand above. Feeling a nice stretch in both arms. Press into the pelvis as far as you can. From here, you're going to walk your hands back towards you. Bring the legs together. Let's take a quick twist. Opposite hand on opposite knee. Arm and back straight, so your back is very straight, your chest out. Chin up. And come to the other side. Same thing, opposite hand on the knee. Pressing into your fingertips, straightening your back. Come back around. We're going to come into tabletop here just to transition into your lotus pose. So bring your fingers ahead a little bit more together and bring that back leg, one of your legs up to the outside of your hand and slowly coming down, your hips parallel to the floor. And let's rest our arms out in front of us like some railroad tracks. You feel like your leg is angling a little bit, just bring your foot back so your knee your foot is under your knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Go ahead and walk your hands back. Bring that foot down. And let's bring the opposite leg up. Hand outside the fingers. Again, slide the hips down, keeping them parallel to the mat. You can come down. Both hands down in front of you like a railroad track. Breathing, checking into your body, making sure your knee and your foot are stacked over the top of each other. Breathe, pressing into your pelvis. If you need to keep your foot flat on the floor and back for some extra stability, breathe. Go ahead and walk your fingers back up and place that leg behind you again, or you're in your tabletop pose. Check into your body here. Make sure you're navel to spine. Hands under the shoulders. Knees about hip width apart. Let's drop down into a cow. Shoulders back. Breathe. And then cat. One more time. Drop down into your cow. Breathing. Exhale into your cat. Bring that foot forward again. This time into a low lunge. You are going to bring that back foot up and then twist, finding your foot in the back and pulling it towards your glutes. Breathing. You can have your eyes opened or closed. Breathe. Press into your chest. Really pull your foot towards your glutes. Lean forward in your front knee. And breathe. Slowly drop the foot down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Foot back between the hands into your low lunge. Again, bring that back foot up on the opposite side towards you. And then reach back, grab the foot. Press out on the chest, pulling your foot in and leaning in on your knee. Breathe. Stack the shoulders. Lift the chin, lift your gaze. Bring that foot back down. This time we are going to come all the way down to the ground on your stomach. Let's take a little transition here into your cobra pose. Navel to spine, roll the shoulders back. You get a little shaky here, that's okay, that's normal. From here, we're gonna rotate down, tipping the chin, come up, pinching the shoulder blades. Bring yourself up into your downward facing dog, pressing into your chest. Let's bring your hands up a little bit. Pedal out your legs. Breathing. You're going to lift one leg up. Do knee to nose a few times. You're going to bring your knee in to your nose. Out. In. And out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do one more. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring that foot down. Again, let's pedal it out a little bit. Bring your hands back up. Press into your chest into your thighs. Breathe. You can shake your head loose here a little bit. Make sure you always come back to the sound of your breath. Make sure it's even. Again, let's go ahead and place your foot down. Raise the opposite leg up, knee to nose. High as you can get it. Touch your nose. Leg up as high as you can get it. Touch your nose. Breathing. And bring your leg down. Pedal it out. Pressing back into your thighs with your chest. Go ahead and lift up on your toes. Get a nice stretch on the bottom of your feet. Lift up. Drop one down to the heel. Up. Drop one down. All right, then bring your hands forward. You can go ahead if you want to. You can either just drop down onto your stomach or you can take a vinyasa here. Come forward into your plank pose. And drop all the way down. Back to your cobra. And then come all the way up, back into your downward facing dog. From here, we'll take our reclined pigeon pose. Make sure you bring your leg up as high as you can. And then place that knee behind the hand. Your reclined pigeon pose. What I like to do before I go all the way down, I'm going to place my hand on my knee and arch myself back, making sure the hips are squared up with the floor. pressing into that back foot on the top of your foot and looking up to the ceiling, making sure shoulders are rolled back and you're breathing. And then go ahead and come on down. Rest your head on your palms of your hands. Let's breathe here for a minute. Really pressing into the pelvis and the top of your back foot. And then come back up to your downward facing dog. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Press your chest back into your thighs as far as you can. Lift the leg up. Bring the knee behind your hand. Again, sliding back on your leg. Top of your foot is flat on the floor. Pressing into your pelvis, come down on your, rest your forehead on your hands and breathe. Let's come on up into our plank pose. You can all center yourself a little bit on the mat here. Navel to spine. We're going to turn this into a side plank. So go ahead and roll to the side. Going to be stacking the feet. Straighten your body out so it's parallel with the mat. Lift the arm up. Slowly continue to straighten your body out. Hips stacked up. Breathe. Bring the hand down. And do that on the opposite side. So you're going to roll on the opposite side. Stack the foot. Line the body up. If you wobble, that's okay. Every day is different. Pelvis out. Breathe. Come back down. And we are going to come into a puppy stretch. And leave your knees up. Slowly walk the hands out in front of you. And drop down. Again, come back to the sound of a steady breath. If you want to get a little bit more workout in the neck here, if it doesn't bother your neck, you can place your forehead down first. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then bring your chin down to the floor with a little more arch in the bottom of your back, but keep your navel to spine for support on your lower back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do forehead one more time. You'll feel your back raise up. That's perfectly fine. Breathe. And bring the chin down. A little more arch by your hips and your back there, but navel to spine to support your back. Go ahead and come on up into your tabletop, neutral tabletop. Navel to spine as you're slowly walking your knees forward. We are going to come on down to our backs. Kind of cool off here. So, resting your shoulders on the mat, bring one knee up to you and pull it towards you. Breathing. Go ahead and pull it on over, stacking the hips. Feel a nice stretch in your hip there. Shoulders on the mat. As you're doing this, really try to keep your hips stacked over each other. You can press down on your knee if you want to bring it lower to the ground. Palms facing up. And then bring it back. Let's bring our knee up, facing our ankle over our knee. Raise your leg up to you, and then thread your hand through. Pushing your elbow on your knee, shoulders down on the mat. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Again, bring it down. This time take your knee, the opposite knee, up to your chest, shoulders down on the floor. And bring it on over, stacking the hips. Pressing into that knee if you want. Get a little more stretch in the lower back and hips. Breathe. Keeping the shoulders resting on the mat. This other hand could be on your side or out to the side, however you'd like. Come on back up, bringing that leg up to you, your ankle on your knee, and then thread your hand through as far as you can without your shoulders coming up off the mat. And if you made it through this workout today, guys, great job. I knew you could do it. Bring your leg back down. Bring your feet out in front of you. Flex your toes up and down. One more time, up and down. Let's do a little bit of a windshield wiper, so bring your feet parallel to the mat and just rock them back and forth. Lift your knees up to your chest. Give yourself a hug. Good job. Come on back down. Again, placing the feet flat on the floor. Spread them out as wide as you would like. Let's twist the wrists a little bit. Wiggle the fingers. Palms facing up. Melt your shoulders into the mat. Really coming back to the sound of your breathing. For your chest, your abdomen, and your stomach. Melting your back into the mat, your hips, your thighs, your knees, really melting into the mat. Rock your head side to side. Feels good. And then draw a small circle with your nose one way and the opposite way. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you would like to stay on the mat a little bit longer, relaxing, feel free. I'm going to roll on up here. And again, if you made it through the video, awesome job. You guys are great. And we are going to close with a chant of Om one time. I do want to say I look forward to seeing you on the mat again. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you'd like to leave a comment or anything like that, there's this spot on there somewhere where you can leave a comment or like. And with that, we will close. Everybody have a beautiful day. Let's inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring your thumbs up to the third eye. Oh. Namaste.